I'm Terrence Lee.
And I'm Sylvia Perez. The president is enacting a federal takeover of Washington, D.C.'s police force, deploying the National Guard.
Let's bring in political reporter Paris Schutz. And Paris, Trump also hinted today Chicago could be next.
Yeah, Sylvia and Terrence, the president takes on some of his favorite punching bags, the city of Chicago and its political leaders. But can the president unilaterally order the National Guard to come here to Chicago to police the city's streets?
If we need to, we're going to do the same thing in Chicago, which is a disaster. We have a mayor there who's totally incompetent.
Tough talk from President Trump, but can he legally follow through with threats to deploy the National Guard on Chicago streets to help fight violence? Governor Pritzker says the law is clear. He cannot.
The federal government does not have a right to send soldiers into American cities for the purpose of, well, for any purpose really, but specifically to fight crime, let's say. And that is what he's suggesting that he will do, violate that law.
Federal law states the governor must request the National Guard. D.C. is different because it's not a state. The Guard was last called to assist Chicago police in 2021 after the killing of Adam Toledo. Typically, National Guard personnel protect infrastructure or assist in blocking traffic during large-scale protests or riots. D.C.'s violent crime rate is currently at a 30-year low. Chicago's murder rate is trending 33% lower than a recent peak in 2020. Senator Dick Durbin says for those reasons, the president is purely motivated by politics.
He always mentions Chicago in his litany of cities. What a coincidence that they all happen to be in blue states. That's where he focuses his political attention.
Trump wasted no opportunity to insult Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker as well, who has not ruled out a run for his job in 2028.
We have an incompetent governor there. Pritzker's an incompetent. His family threw him out of the business, and he ran for governor. And now I understand he wants to be president. But I noticed he lost a little weight, so maybe he has a chance. You know, you never know what happens.
For his part, Pritzker thanked Trump for the, quote, compliment, but says he rejects the criticism.
I reject criticism and don't really want to respond to criticism from Donald Trump, who inherited his money and then went bankrupt 6 times and then defrauded his business partners. And by the way, he cheats at golf.
And late this afternoon, Mayor Johnson weighed in and said, quote, if President Trump wants to help make Chicago safer, he can start by releasing the funds for anti-violence programs that have been critical to our work to drive down crime and violence. Sending the National Guard would only serve to destabilize our city and undermine public safety efforts. And we're going to have much more on this tonight at 9:30, Terrence, on Paris on Politics.
All right, Paris, thanks so much.